What's up? It's Keith Kalfas with I'm Ability. In this video, I'm going to share with you some just deep understandings that I'm coming to and learning in my 30s that I really wouldn't trade for the world. And I'm going to share with you right now. I have I guess you could say it's a rare opportunity to be able to work pretty much 9 months on, 3 months off, owning a landscaping and window cleaning company. And I mean, seasonal workers don't work during the winter unless they do snow or they do side jobs or they get jobs or they have other businesses or whatever they do. But me being a seasonal worker my whole life, I was always flat broke in the winter. And it took several, many years. When you're in a dead end job, you don't really have shit for money. You don't have shit for money in the winter, and you're flat broke, and you fall behind on your bills, and your credit score goes to shit, and things like that. And then it takes all the way till the summer for you to catch up, and then by the time winter comes, you're broken. It's a vicious cycle. It's very unhealthy. It'll make you hate being a seasonal worker. But what happened with me is I got so sick and tired of it, and so rock bottom, that I eventually just decided to start my own company. And it took several years to get to the point where I always have money in the bank all winter long, and I don't have to work if I don't want to. But it takes for me saving up the golden numbers. I have to have at least $27,000 in the bank by December 1st with all insurance policies paid off, money set aside for taxes, and literally to have everything paid for. And then I don't have to work all winter if I don't want to. And the reason that I set this up is because so I kill myself. I murder myself from March, April, all the way until December. 6, 7 days a week to make sure I have enough money so I can completely stop. And here's why. So in the winter months, I do this whole body cleanse fast meditation thing where I take an entire month and I catch up on sleep. I eat nothing but raw, juiced, green vegetable grasses and organic drinks and vitamins, minerals, nutrients, probiotics, all that stuff to revitalize my body. I take salt baths and do a lot of meditating and hypnosis therapy, reconnect with my creator, catch up on relationships, and pray, get depressed, maybe even cry, freak out, go schizophrenic, become totally weirded out. And it's really the regurgitation of all this shit inside of you that's being compressed and packed down and operating over the top of trying to live in this system and fucking money. And it's so stressful that you could become a totally unresourceful, neurotic person. And then once you get out of that and you buy your time back, then you can begin to see. Wait. They yawn. You begin to see it in other people, which makes you see it in yourself. So I'm really into like finance and stuff as far as looking at the past, the present, the future, and writing out goals and understanding, you can't get here, you can't get there from here, and what got you here won't get you there. And sometimes if you want to just do something or do an action, you can't do it because you got so many things blocking in the way. Like for instance, how are you going to go out and run a marathon? Now I'm starting to talk about proper foundation. How are you going to just go run a marathon unless you've practiced and built up and built your body up to do that and built your health up to the point where you can run a marathon? How are you going to go out and make a major investment unless you've built your financial, let's just say even a minor investment, until you've built yourself up to that point? How are you going to do an investment of time or start and complete a very significant project? How are you going to write that book or do something or have a healthy family or a balanced household if you don't invest in the proper foundation to make that happen? You can burn the candle at both ends, and I've heard this growing up, but I never really understood it. If you're an absolute workaholic, and let's just say you're married, or you're not, and let's just say speaking from a guy's perspective. If you don't know how to put your woman first, I'm not talking about on a pedestal or worship your woman. I'm just talking about like you put your woman, like it's no longer her and you, it's us. Like if you don't know how to do those things, eventually your relationship's gonna rip apart at the seams, and it's gonna be not as strong as it could, and then one day, that thing could fall apart. If you don't have a relationship with spirit, I don't have to say God or anything, I could just say being aligned with real spirit. I'm talking about spirituality. How are you gonna be really effective out in the world if you are not aligned with spirit? What I mean like that is you get too fucking attached to shit in the world, and it can grip you and grab you and possess you in a way, not in a weird way, but it can possess you in a way where you lose it, and now you don't have any separation. I'm talking about detachment. Spirit allows you to operate from a place of faith, and I'm not saying I've mastered this, I'm learning this. Allows you to operate from a place of discernment. There you go. And how can you do anything in your life if you don't have finance down? So foundation is everything. And imagine there's layers of this foundation. Sure, you can just work 90 hours a week. And if you don't know your purpose, you're going to be maybe doing something for money that you hate doing, and then you're going to be desperate in that area, right? So I never understood how do you what do you mean put God first, and then your family, and then your business, then it would all fall apart. But I'm really seeing now, if you don't put relationship with spirit first, and then your family, and then your business, and then you won't have a lasting real success that you can build off of and fly with. Proper balance in all these things, in proper alignment and priority, is everything. And I think it takes years to see it. Absolute years. And these are certain things that when you see it, I mean, you can't tell other people about it. It's you just have to take a breath and integrate it. Really integrate it. And find ways to take time and make time to really, really get resolve and resolution in yourself, so you can operate from a place of what's most important. It might sound like I'm talking in riddles and shit, but I know what the fuck I'm talking about, dude. Okay, cool, everything's cool. I think I might go to the auto show with my old man. He stopped by my house last night without fucking calling. The doorbell rings, and I'm helping my wife with her internet business. I'm like, whoa, who the fuck is at the door? And I open the door, and it's my dad. I'm like, why would you come over here without calling? He's like, I tried to call your phone, and you didn't pick up, so I thought I'd stop by, and, I just want to know if you want to go to the auto show tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't want to go to the fucking auto show. I mean, you know what? I need to go to the auto show with my old man. I need to go to the auto show with my dad. That's he really wanted to go. I could see it in his eyes, and he loves his son. And some people don't have a fucking dad. My dad might be a little crazy. You might have a crazy dad. My mom fucking died. So I think it's those times when you're at a funeral and the people that you love are dead. That's when everything comes clear. How can you get that level of clarity in your life beforehand, but also maintain healthy boundaries? That means when you're on the phone with somebody who's sucking up your time, or somebody who's playing a victim or trying to pull you into their dramatic bullshit, you say, no, this is gonna stop it. No, you stop. This is gonna stop right here. This is your bullshit. Don't make your bullshit my bullshit. And I want you to be responsible and accountable for your own bullshit, and I'm gonna hold you accountable that's your shit. okay, I love you, and like things like that with people, and then have them do the same with you, and be able to realize when your bullshit is your bullshit, right? Don't make your bullshit other people's shit. But sometimes, if there's somebody you're close to, I have called, I'll wrap this up right now. Close friends, I snapped like a week ago on the phone with a close friend, and I was just blah, 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 blah. I was just cussing and shit. I was so frustrated about something for so long, and I was bottling it up. And it's just about finance and things like that, and I just want to hit new levels in my life, and I feel stagnant, like trying to break through. And I think that sometimes doing that is, sometimes you got to have a breakdown in order to have a breakthrough. It's so true. So if you're having a breakdown in any way in your life, and maybe you're just freaking out, it could be a good thing in disguise. It breaks open new levels. Anger is actually healthy in certain aspects, because it allows you to get flow and get movement, and to start flowing in energy so you can get back to positivity. Because if you keep leaning in the direction you want to go, and you keep setting your attention, eventually the wind will catch your sails, and you will fucking take off and do some amazing shit, where you're just riding on an energy that allows you to develop the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. That's real shit, man. And it takes a long time to get to that point. Cool. Over and out. Thanks for spending this time with me. Peace.